We've, really enjoyed being at home. I think we've played some good volleyball. I think the exciting thing is now we get to go on the road, and our teams have traditionally enjoyed that, and so I think we're ready to go and play in front of some other fun atmospheres. We were discussing that it's fun to have the crowd behind you, but it's also kind of fun to have the crowd against you, and I think we'll have that opportunity over the next 2 weeks. So excited. Kansas State's a very good team, and I think the match could have been a lot closer. I thought we were okay, but just allowed ourselves to go on some runs. And we'd seen that with K-State, that they could go on runs, but they could give up runs. And fortunately, we were able to catch them in some rotations today.
Questions?
Jay, you guys were really clean, throughout the match, but especially in 2 and 3. Did you guys figure anything out as you went along that allowed you to be more efficient?
I think that it just is something that comes naturally. Things personally get me fired up. So if my teammates are let's go get this kill, I'll be okay, set me, and then that kind of just gets me fired up. And then I made an error in the third set, and I tell Kendra, set me again, I want it again, and then she'll set me, and then stuff like that is what keeps me going. So I think just having a huge competitiveness on our team, the competitiveness arose later in the match. So I think that's probably what did it for me personally.
Norah, do you think the team continues to improve heading into that match Tuesday night?
Yeah. I don't think that we played our cleanest tonight, but we played a really, really good team today, and we kept them under 20 out of 3 sets, so that's definitely something to give us confidence going into Tuesday's game. Nebraska's a really, really good team, and we're really pumped, and yeah.
That third set, Coach, I think we got to 21-19, and Kendra hit that long kill kind of deep in the corner, and that kind of helped finish off the set. But that was a pretty important point.
Yeah, I didn't like that we were in that situation. I thought we'd opened up to a big lead. I think we got a little complacent. And we were trying some things, so I have to recognize that. I talked to Kendra about doing a couple things, and that sometimes can happen. But yeah, that they were really crashing on Kendra because she dumped in front quite a bit, and so that was a Kendra call. We didn't tell her that it was open, but we've been working on that in the gym, so it was good to see her pull it out.
Tight early, and then around the 10th or 11th, 12th rally, you guys would pull away and separate a little bit. Why did that happen, I guess?
We talked about that a lot, just emphasizing pulling away and being good at behind the line. I think that the coaches told it they always emphasized going on runs behind the line. And I think we did a really good job at that. We served really well tonight, I think, and our side out percentage was good, I was told. So towards the end, we really just leaned into, keeping the ball behind the service line and going on runs.
Really good offensive plays. How is her assists as well as on offense?
Yeah, she's pretty special offensively. I think the fun thing is Kendra's not selfish, so if she needs to carry load there, she can. If she needs to open up the block, she's fine trying to draw. She'll take a lot of pride if someone jumps with her and she doesn't dump. So varies match to match. She's, got a couple different dumps in her arsenal. And it's a luxury that a lot of teams don't have. And she does a nice job distributing it.
Norah, you've been in her shoes before. I'm curious, now 5 matches under her belt, and you hit over 500 in a couple of them. What are your impressions of, what Jaya's brought to the team so far and how she's doing in her league career?
We're fired up about Jaya. We knew this last year. She never, got to put it out in front of people, but we saw it every single day in practice. We knew what she was capable of, and so for her to actually be able to show the rest of the world is really, really exciting. And it takes a lot. Obviously it's our crowd, but we've been playing in front of a lot of people, and I don't think she's ever looked she's never backed down. She's put it all out there every time, and she just keeps ripping balls, and it's really impressive, and yeah, we're lucky to have her.
that match coming up Tuesday night. What's the anticipation level for that? And is it one you've had circled and looking forward to?
People keep asking, so yeah, it's definitely been on our minds. But I mean, we get to celebrate this win for the next 5 or 10 minutes, but then after that, we're definitely looking forward to Nebraska. I mean, we've talked about it a little bit, but I think this weekend we definitely tried to take it one game at a time. But now that we can fully prepare for that, I think, I mean, tomorrow's our off day, and people are even talking about getting in the gym tomorrow. So that just kind of shows the level of, like, we want it so bad, and we're excited to go out there and fight.
What did you think of your team's focus this weekend with Nebraska on the horizon? Like, that's probably human nature to look ahead, but you have the mantra of, of take care of today first, like, what did you think of your team's ability to do that?
I don't think that's a challenge. I don't think that, I mean, we haven't talked about Nebraska at all. I mean, I don't know whether these guys have, but, we've got such a rigorous schedule that Nebraska's one of many teams. I mean, we're going to play 2 top 5 teams probably in the next week. I mean, Louisville's also probably going to be top 5. I don't know where. I mean, they both have a loss this week, so we'll see where they land in the numbers. And then additionally, a good Rice and UNI team. So, I mean, I can't speak for these guys. I have watched a little Nebraska film because I always, as a coach, work ahead. But that would be the same if I was playing anybody else on Tuesday. Now, is it exciting a lot for the state of Nebraska, and do some of our fans really get amped up? Absolutely. So I think, as Norah alluded to, people ask about it a lot, and they're really, I'm excited to play one of the top teams in the country in a great atmosphere. And if that was if that was UNO or if that was whoever, I just love that our state is such a volleyball haven. So I always consider this just a celebration of what is so great about college volleyball, and particularly in the state of Nebraska.
To that point, this was a pretty good Saturday crowd I mean, college ball season's going now, so it's not one of those, like, you got it early. What were your impressions of that? Can't recall comparatively, but it seemed like one of the bigger Saturday crowds you guys have drawn.
Yeah, our fan base over the last 5 games has been phenomenal all the way through, really outstanding. We were glad that Nebraska wasn't playing football at the exact same time. We know that takes a hit. But yeah, I mean, basically a full house again today. It's been just a great atmosphere, and I know the players feel it, and it's making a difference. And I think sometimes it affects the opposing team more than some. I mean, not that it doesn't help us a ton too, but that some teams can get rattled by a big crowd.
Touches were 29-14 today on unofficial count. What have you seen from your blocking, and how consistent of a presence it seems to be in these matches that have helped you sustain runs, go on runs, and just
Touches, like,
block touches?
where do you get that number?
I was counting them.
Oh, I'm like, hadn't heard that number. I thought our block was very good today. We got a lot. I mean, we had 11 blocks. It's a great number, and yeah, being able to make productive touches is a really key. And I mean, she was over the net a bunch. She was over. I mean, they both did a great job. I thought blocking today, and that's an important part of who we are.
Curious for the players. You guys have, you have the goal of ending your season in Louisville this year. Sorry, I keep saying that wrong. Beyond just, what Nebraska represents for a local kid or just anybody who knows volleyball, right? Like, is this a bigger test for what you ultimately want to achieve in December?
Playing Nebraska?
Yeah. It's like a measuring stick kind of thing.
I would say, I mean, we talked about this just in the locker room. Like, we're playing really good teams, and we've been handling them pretty well. And so, I don't know. I mean, Nebraska is top, I don't know what they'll be, but top 5 for sure.
Yeah.
So it'll be like another step up, I guess, is what you're saying.
Mm-hmm.
But that'll be exciting. Yeah, and to just see, it'll definitely be a test of, what we're capable of. But we definitely think that we're capable of beating them and fighting with the best in the country. So.
Yeah, I mean, I would say that, it's sort of like a test, but also, I think it's important to keep in mind that, us as a team, we won't be, the same like now that we will be by the end of it. So I think that's important to keep in mind too. But like, yeah, I think it will like show us like what we are capable of, and like, so yeah, just a little bit in a way.
Anything else?
I'm good.
Thanks, guys.
Thank you.
Thank you.